If you make $250,000 a year, you're rich, right? Most people would say yes without even hesitating. But the financial industry actually has a specific acronym for these people, Henry. It stands for High Earner Not Rich Yet. And the reality is, a shocking percentage of doctors, lawyers, and corporate executives are secretly living paycheck to paycheck, completely stressed out about money, and one missed bonus away from total financial disaster. My name is Nick, and I talk about the psychology of money and how to actually build wealth instead of just pretending to be wealthy. Today, we are talking about the high income, zero wealth trap. Why making a lot of money is actually the easiest way to go broke, and how to avoid the golden handcuffs. Here is the biggest lie society teaches us about money. We confuse income with wealth. Income is how much money you bring home. Wealth is your net worth. It's the assets you actually keep. Think of your bank account like a bucket. Your income is the water flowing from the hose into the bucket. If you have a high income, you have a massive hose pumping a ton of water, but your expenses are the holes in the bottom of that bucket. If you have massive holes at the bottom, all that water drains straight into the dirt. It does not matter if you make $50,000 a year or $500,000 a year. If you spend exactly what you make, your bucket is empty. You are broke. Nowhere is this more obvious with highly educated professionals like doctors and lawyers. Think about the psychological journey of becoming a doctor. You spend your entire 20s completely broke, pulling all-nighters, rocking up hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt, while you watch all your friends get regular jobs, buy houses, and go on vacations. By the time you finish your residency and finally get that attending physician salary in your early 30s, you feel incredibly deprived. You feel like you've sacrificed your youth, and your brain screams, "I deserve this." So what happens? The exact second that massive paycheck hits, the lifestyle inflation explodes. But it's not just a nice dinner out. It's the $80,000 luxury SUV because doctors drive nice cars. It's the $1.5 million house in the gated neighborhood because you have to live near the other partners at the firm. Then comes the country club membership, the private schools for the kids, the designer clothes, and the luxury vacations. They immediately upgrade their lifestyle to match 100% of their new income. But it gets worse, because it's not just about rewarding themselves, it's about social expectation. There is a toxic culture in high-income professions where you are expected to look the part. An associate at a top law firm feels completely embarrassed to pull into the firm's parking garage in a 10-year-old Honda Civic. They feel pressured to lease the BMW just to fit in with their peers. They are spending money they don't have to impress people they don't even like, just to maintain a fragile illusion of status. And this creates the ultimate financial prison, the golden handcuffs. Let's say our high earner brings home $20,000 a month after taxes. That sounds amazing, but if their mortgage, car payments, private school tuition, and credit card bills equal $19,500 a month, they only have $500 of breathing room. They look like millionaires on Instagram, but their financial stress is exactly the same as a minimum wage worker. They are trapped. They might absolutely hate their job. They might be completely burned out, working 80 hours a week, destroying their health and their marriage. But they cannot quit. They can't even take a lower paying job with better hours because their lifestyle overhead is so massive that a 20% pay cut would literally bankrupt them. They have traded their freedom for expensive leather seats and a zip code. Contrast this with someone making a completely average salary, let's say $70,000 a year. But this person drives a paid-off used car, lives in a modest apartment, and aggressively invests 20% of their income into index funds. On paper, their income is a fraction of the doctor's, but in reality, this person is actually building wealth. Their bucket doesn't have massive holes in it. Over a 15-year period, this average earner will easily amass a higher net worth than the high earner who is drowning in luxury payments. More importantly, the average earner has options. If their boss yells at them, they can quit. If they want to take a month off to travel, they can. Their low overhead gives them the ultimate luxury, which is peace of mind. If you are on track to make a high income or you just got a massive raise, you have to realize that wealth is not what you see. Wealth is what you don't see. Wealth is cars not purchased, diamonds not bought, first-class upgrades skipped. Wealth is financial assets sitting quietly in a brokerage account, compounding in the background. The goal of life is not to look rich to strangers at a stoplight. The goal is to be wealthy enough that you own 100% of your time. If you want to keep avoiding the traps that keep the middle class broke and learn how to actually keep the money you make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.